Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. A few minutes to top of the hour, like I promised, before it clocks out 2 p.m., we'll be having a great interview right here. And of course, I guess for that to inspire us this Tuesday, we have Julius Oboth. He's a Secretary General coming from Uganda Christian University, the Alumni Association there. And of course, you've heard of alumni, but we're yet to discover what convocations, the responsibilities, and of course, the role they play in universities as far as our development is concerned. That and much more is what we're going to be sharing this particular afternoon. You're most welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing, Oboth?
I'm very okay, Sandra. Thank you.
Oh, have you brought us greetings from UCU?
Yeah, we'll bring you greetings
you
from
know,
UCU.
many Pofia campus has.
I know. Actually,
they say you're crazy people. They're too smart.
But UCU is different. Yeah, we are really different.
What makes you say that? How would you defend your answer?
Probably the aspect of God, the aspect of God that is at the university itself has helped us to be really good in that. So we are a little bit different.
And how I wish the rest of the other institutions would borrow a lift from you people.
Surely. We'll be grateful on that.
Anyways, some things we've heard about alumni associations, but there's something that is new to most of the people. I just don't know, maybe it's because you've not popularized it. That is to do with convocations. What role do they play? And of course, what is the meaning of all that? Because at least we've heard of alumni.
Yes. The convocation specifically is a body that coordinates all those students that have gone through the university. And most so they help to build the university. You see, it would be bad if you went back to the university that you went to and you didn't find it there. So the convocation is mandated to make sure that we publicize the university out there and also make sure that the university is still standing. So we really coordinate on that. Yeah.
Okay, so you do this in a number of universities, or these registration. If a university is not interested, then most definitely you'll not take them on. Okay,
now specifically the convocations differ from different universities. Uganda Christian University has its own convocation where we come from. Makerere has its own, and I think Chambogo also. But you see, the body comes on how you are making it visible. Recent is when the convocations are really becoming more active. But in the past years, they were a little bit not so active. And so we are working together to see that the convocation, specifically for Uganda Christian University, that is shining. It's really shining. That's what we want.
How do you coordinate with other, depending on the activities that you have region-wise and maybe other campuses? Now that you're saying that each institution has its own, is there a time when you emerge and carry on activities together?
Yeah, sometimes they call us for their meetings and different convocations. We brainstorm. Sometimes we call them for our own. But for Uganda Christian University specifically, we have about 4 campuses from the different regions. We have one in Kabale, one in Arua, one in Mbale, and then there's one that is connected to the main campus, that is in Kampala campus. But all in these regions, we came up with what we call the regional chapter heads. So they help us to coordinate the alumni in that area, or the convocation body in that area, so that we can have one body as an alumni.
Okay. Depending on what you're saying, as far as development is concerned at different institutions, and what your intentions are, looking at other universities that you say you stand out, which is a good thing, and believe in other universities also pick up, borrow a leaf from you people. We're bound to see strikes coming to an end, or the campus energy, getting down because of the role that you play.
Okay. Specifically, like for us, when the guild had some issues with the administration, we came in as a convocation to say, okay, what is the issue? Can we speak this out? And so I would advise other convocations and from different universities that we, the people that went through these universities, are the ones that are supposed to speak to these students. We are supposed to mentor them. We are supposed to train them. We are supposed to lead them into the right way of how to do the things. And so somehow strikes come because of a little bit of challenges with the administration, obviously. But the convocation plays a very, very big role in handling such strikes in university. And I'm grateful because for us as Uganda Christian University, we have what we call the Pre-Alumni Association. And the Pre-Alumni Association leaders, they come from the guild leaders. So we meet up with those few leaders in the guild and say, okay, tell us what is the problem. Why are you fighting? What can we cover up on this? And I think it has also helped us to maintain the good image of Uganda Christian University.
And what are the main issues they cite out that are triggering?
Our greatest challenge, obviously, I think even different universities, the tuition. The tuition. But if you look at Uganda Christian University, it's a university where it's privately owned, so there's less that comes from the government, really. So we tell them, you know, as students, you are really the ones that are supposed to get this money to pay the lecturers, to pay the bills, to pay what. So if you come up with such a way of saying, no, we are not going to pay, somehow the students are let down. But the only way that we come up with it is that we tell them, please, what is your suggestion? Can we share this in the council? And for us on the university council, the president that was supposed to be with us is a member. So sometimes we get the issues from the students and then we pass them to the president, who in turn pass to the university council. And I think it really helps. On that.
It really helps,
Yeah.
it does. Well, any success stories or maybe bounding onto the reception that you receive and are listening to the queries and of course responding positively, maybe as you say, sitting down with the guild or something like that. Any success stories you can say that because we're in place, this could not happen.
Yeah. I think like last year, the students really were about to strike about our university. There were a lot of chaos, but then I called through my office because I had the secretariat. And so I called the guild officials and said, okay, fine, what is the problem? And I said, maybe we need to have a patron from the council. And we spoke about it. And I'm grateful there was no strike. I don't think you heard about one. Recently, we were in Arua campus. And still the same issue. The students didn't want to vote for the new guild president. And so as a convocation, we went there and said, okay, this is what happens. The university is known for this integrity, for right standing. What is the problem? So we talked to both parties, the outgoing president and the incoming who wanted to campaign, and then said, okay, fine, this is what we can do. And I think we have covered up on that.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah,
and very impressive.
Thanks a lot.
So I'm like, do I qualify to be a part of your convocation? What are the qualifications there?
Basically, if to become a member of the Alumni Association, you must have gone through that university. However, we have what we call the ex-officials, the members, those who want to become members, but when they didn't go through Uganda Christian University, and so we can take you up. The subscription is only 30,000.
Only 30,000?
Yeah.
Okay, that is something to think about. Anyways, what plans do you have now that we're just winding up the year 2016?
Yes.
Believing you have great anticipations for the year 2017.
Sure.
What plans do you have for the new year?
Thank you very much, Sandra. Come next year, there's one of the things that we're calling for is the homecoming. That will be on the 28th of May. And please mark your dates. 28th of May, we all want to be at Uganda Christian University. But on top of that, we want to build a student center as a university. We are contributing on it's a university initiative, but they have given us a floor as a convocation, that this floor will be for the convocation. So we need a lot, but we know our members are so active, they support us so well. So we believe that we're going to also be part of that. And then there's the savings and credit. Those are some of the projects that we're looking at because we want to really give employment to our students. There's been a lot of, first of all, I want to thank the people who have given our students employment. They go through our office, they send me the opportunities. And still we want to launch out more that the alumni, our own alumni, can get employment through the different offices.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you've been speaking highly about the members there, and what takes me to my next question.
Okay.
What measures do you put in place for you to get the prominent board members?
The prominent board members, one of the things that we do is that we have what we call a symposium. So the symposium that we call every year, we call out the outstanding members of parliament, the MDs, who were our own very alumni and alumni. So they come and then we share on new ideas. And very soon we will be calling them. I think we always schedule it by February. So in February we'll be calling out those prominent members. We say, okay, what do we need to do as convocation? And so it helps us on that. Yeah, the symposium really helps us to get the prominent members.
Okay. Well, something else
Yeah,
that we can't
okay.
leave out. How are you involving the other students as far as the Alumni Association is concerned?
Oh, yes. One of the things that actually we're doing 3 things. We call it the AIM model. AIM has apprenticeship. That is, we get the students who are like on the long holiday, and we take them to different organizations and they do some training. You know, they work, but you know, gaining experience. Then the second one is internship. There are some organizations that really pay them, something small, maybe transport, maybe lunch. But there are those that really want to get the experience. And so we also use that as a way of saying, okay, students, don't just sit at home. We can get for you internship somewhere. Come and do something. It doesn't necessarily mean that it shall be examined, but you can do something.
You
then
get the skills.
Yeah, you get the skills. Yeah. And then the last one is mentorship. We are doing a lot of mentorship. We want to mentor the students to know that, you know what, after being a student, what can you do? Even though maybe you're not employed, you know, and so in that we do entrepreneurship trainings, we do CV writings, proposal writing. So we do a lot of mentorship also amongst them as a convocation. So we call it the AIM model: apprenticeship, internship, and mentorship.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, before we
Thanks.
let you go, a message from your heart that I want to send out to a viewer out there who's watching you, and of course, are we all invited for the homecoming?
Yeah, please. I want to say you're invited for the homecoming, plus you, Sandra, now that you're becoming a member. And then for those that have job opportunities, please, you can send out some job opportunities on my email. Probably I'll send you on your emails, because we get all their emails when they're signing out. And please, also, I want to thank you very much for the support that you've given us this whole year. You've been part of us. Next year, we want to launch out on building the Student Center and also the Savings and Credit project. We want your support. We want you to be part of us. And also, let's reach out to the university. Sometimes they are really not into it, but they want to. And lastly, if you want to mentor any students, please, you can also contact us from the Secretariat. We will be very grateful to give you some students so that you can mentor them and also give them the wisdom and knowledge that you're doing out there. Besides that, thank you very much for supporting the convocation. We are really doing well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyways, time is against us. That is all we had time for. I believe you're inspired there, and just you're invited for the homecoming. We've been talking to Oboth, right, on the Secretary General, coming from Uganda Christian University Alumni Association, and telling us the role that convocations do play in as far as university development is concerned. And I've been inspired myself. That is all we had time for today's News Journal, and of course more news will be coming your way later in the day in our timely news. Do stay with us, keep it here on UBC TV as we continue to inspire this lovely Tuesday. And of course, salute to the team behind the scene for making today's News Journal a success. My name is Sandra.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Sandra.